Hi YouTube family. Today we're going to talk about how time with the narcissist damages your judgment. We're going to talk about how, why, and what to do to fix that. So, at the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, what I've heard and read a lot of is that there are a lot of people out there who believe that a narcissist focuses on a supply or victim who is vulnerable. But I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think that a lot of the times a narcissist will focus in on somebody who has got their life together. In fact, that's the reason why the narcissist is attracted to the person. The person is successful or doing very well for themselves. They're at a good place in their life where they're emotionally healthy, they're vibrant, and they're drawing attention to themselves because, hey, once you have your life together and you're making good choices in your life, people tend to gravitate towards you. And so does a narcissist. Now, the reason why you might gravitate towards the narcissist, I guess this is where people believe that it comes from a victim or a person who is vulnerable, because that's what clouds their judgment and they fall for the narcissist. But a narcissist also can pull in a very healthy, strong person because they can be persistent. They will make themselves such a big part of your life that you start to miss them when they're not there. And you might have started off with really good judgment, making good choices in your life. You might have been in the best place you've ever been in your life. But you may have also a few woundings in your life that the narcissist knows to start focusing on. And that's how he gets in. And once he does that, once he takes root, or she, once they take root into your life, they start to expand. They start to expand their personality while your personality starts to recede. And the reason for that is because you want to fit in with the narcissist. You don't want to lose them. They start convincing you to change your ways. They start chipping away at who you are. You start losing your identity. Then they also start to get you to relax your standards, your morals, anything that you used to live by. You start to let go of, because they want all of you. They want to push you beyond what you're comfortable doing. I've seen this with people, hate to say it, but I've had friends who, or maybe not friends, but acquaintances, I guess, who have done things sexually that they didn't feel comfortable doing, but the narcissist wanted them to, so they did. So there are times like that when the narcissist takes away your judgment. You start releasing your standards, you start lowering your standards, and that's what happens to your judgment. It starts to erode. And this is when the fog rolls in. You start allowing the narcissist to treat you in ways that you never would have accepted in any other relationship. You allow the narcissist to get away with lies, you allow them to cheat on you, you allow them to steal from you, you allow them to put you down. Your judgment is so eroded right now that you don't stand up for yourself anymore. And anyone who's been in a relationship with a narcissist recognizes this. They lose themselves, they lose their identity, they lose their standards and even their morals that they've lived by in their life. So once you have gotten to this point and you're in this fog, you start to doubt yourself all the time. You can't even agree that you have any good judgment, or you can't make good choices anymore. It's really hard to make a choice separate from the narcissist. So what do you do? What do you do with yourself at this point? Well, there's this axiom that my husband would he loved to tell me about. It's called, he would say to me, you can't scoop out the darkness with a bucket no matter how hard you work. You only need to turn on the light. And that's so much easier than working so hard. And I kind of feel like it's the same way with the fog. Here we are, we're working so hard and fighting it, and we want to get rid of this fog, but probably all we have to do is turn on a light, maybe turn on a fan, and it starts to blow away, because the fog does not last. It is a temporary part of your life. Once the narcissist has left, you can start clearing your mind again. So part of doing that is bringing people back into your life that remind you how to laugh again. That is so important to getting clarity in your life again, because you're in a pit, you're in a dark spot. So what the cure to a dark spot is in your heart is laughter. Sometimes what I would do is I would watch comedies and comedians, and there's a show that I found from Facebook, and it's probably on YouTube. It's called Dry Bar Comedy, and the comedians on there are hilarious. And there's short snippets of a comedian's act, so you can skip forward to other comedians you want to find other ones that match your humor better. Anyway, that's what I would recommend. Another thing that I've done is, as you're waking up out of this fog, is feed yourself. Feed your taste buds. Go back to the things that used to make you, smile when you tasted them. If you were with a narcissist, you probably started to not even enjoy eating anymore, because you've changed yourself to fit the narcissist. So go back and start enjoying the things you used to before you were with the narcissist. Don't let the person you became with the narcissist now dictate to you what you're allowed to have anymore. Another thing I would suggest is sleep. Get some rest. Staying up all night, wrestling with your feelings is not going to fix the pain that you just went through. Get rest. Get rest for your body so your body can heal. Get rest for your brain so your brain can heal. You can't think straight when you're tired. You can't think straight when you're sleep deprived. Again, that's your judgment in a fog, and you stay there. So you don't want to do that. You gotta get some rest. I would suggest, if you can, try to go to bed earlier each night. Start turning off your phone, turn off your electronics, and just rest. But if your electronics help you to fall asleep, turn it to something that's funny or lighthearted until you fall asleep. Or music. That's another good thing. So then, after you're able to get some rest, I would recommend that you would start moving again. I know the temptation is to crawl into your bed and curl up into a ball and pull those covers over and never move again. And that's okay to do that for a little while, for a day or maybe two, and then start moving again. Take walks outside, and if you're able to, start working out. Start doing yoga, start taking walks, start jogging, start going to the gym. You're going to find that as you improve your body, your mind is going to improve as well. Your mind starts to have clarity as your body gets rid of toxins that have been settling inside of it. So that's another great thing to do in order to get your judgment back. Another thing that you need to do is to step back. Go no contact with the narcissist. You don't want to follow them on Facebook. You don't want to follow them on Instagram. Turn all that off. Block them from your sources in Facebook, from your friends and all that. Don't go through the same areas of town that they'll be at. If you can avoid them, avoid them. And this, once you turn that off, you'd be amazed at how much the real world starts flooding back into your life. You won't have to be stuck anymore in that fog. It does start to lift. It's quite amazing. When you're able to stand apart from the narcissist, you're going to be able to see farther. You're going to be able to feel more deeply again, because you're probably taking these shallow breaths and you're just trying to breathe each day. You're doubled over and crying. And you can't imagine, this pain lifting, but it does lift. What you have to do, though, is move yourself away from the narcissist as much as you can. And if you can move completely away from them and shut them completely out of your life, oh my goodness, that is so much better for you. But if you can't, then you just have to create boundaries that you're not going to cross with the narcissist. You have to focus on the things that make you happy. You have to focus on the things that strengthen you. You can strengthen your mind. You can start to learn new things. You have to start focusing on things that will sharpen your brain, that will sharpen your body, that will just make you incredibly so much stronger. And then, when that happens, you're going to find that you're going to be able to start daydreaming again. You're going to be able to dream about a new future for you. And it's interesting because it starts off as a little glimpse and a little bit of hope and a little laughter, a little joy, a little bit every day, every week, every month. And possibly, you could be done with this much sooner than a lot of people who've hung on. There are people who don't go no contact and they hang on for years. I had read a comment about a woman who was still holding on 6 years later. She's still holding on to her feelings for the narcissist. That's so terrible. But, you're going to be able to do it much faster than that if you go no contact. If you turn on that fan, turn on that light, and get rid of the fog, you are going to be so much better off. You're going to be able to start building a future again. You're going to be able to start building a life that you want for yourself. And you're going to be able to start inviting people into it. And the people that you invite into it, you're going to have standards. You're going to have clear judgment. You're going to know who to bring in and who to keep out. And that is important for a good life. Well, YouTube family, I hope that this has helped. I hope that you're going to get healing, you're going to get sanity back into your life, and that you're going to come full circle, or actually even beyond that. You're going to get to the mountaintop. You're going to have wholeness in your life again. And I know you will, because there's a community of people here who are going to help you get there. So if you like this video, please subscribe, please like it or comment, and I'd love to hear from you.